Hey there, welcome to Hacking Gourmet. Oddly, I was just sitting here enjoying a drink when you came along. I got nothing. I didn't know how to open the show. I really didn't. I got caught up because I was listening to not our theme song music, but I was listening for the first time ever. It's been like 3 weeks since I've been on live, and I'm listening to the elevator music, which was just why I felt like I was in like an old school 1940s elevator going up to the hosiery section of sixth floor. I don't even know if they had six floors. I don't even know if there's a hosiery section now that I think about it. So the entire thing was completely scrapped. But welcome to Hacking Gourmet. The full team is here. Thank you for joining us. You can. This episode is going to be called Hackers of the Fall. And don't worry, because in a couple of weeks, we're going to assign the show back to me. I'll take control, and I'm totally painting the names because I don't know where John comes up with these. But hey, we appreciate you supporting our growth. We've had some awesome events lately, including some live events, which we're going to talk about. And you can follow us just about anywhere at Hacking Gourmet on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook. Some of you are watching us on Facebook right now. YouTube, we've got simultaneous streaming. We've got all sorts of stuff. Brian's going to be cooking today. Jonathan, of course, is cooking. I brought two different snacks, which I'm going to talk about just to have on the show, because I figure I got to pull my weight if I'm not firing up the grill. So we're going to do some reviews of that. On this episode, though, we're going to get into the fall spirit as our hacks create seasonally appropriate dishes. So let's get right into the show, and let's get McGee and Carney online live and start talking about this stuff. Welcome, guys.
What is up?
I kind of feel like we haven't been together since I was in the Texas episode where we did that Wagyu brisket.
I think you're right. That it was our last episode.
I think the best thing that happened was that we're out of the month of October because I was running out of Halloween puns for names of shows. So we switched over here to Hackers of the Fall. And honestly, the one that got me the most was when we were looking, when I was looking at the different things we could use for fall, Legends of the Fall was obviously a great movie to knock off. But the catchphrase was what was even better. After the fall of innocence, the hacking begins. I don't know if that was appropriate. It doesn't seem like it was, but that's where we're at today. So yeah, good to be back. I'm back in Miami myself, and everybody's back at their homes, it seems like.
Yeah, I got back just about a week and a half ago. So happy to be home, happy to be back in Florida. It was an 8,000-mile road trip at the end of the day. Wrapped up, the last major city was Dallas, where everybody had seen the episode where we actually had a 10-pound Wagyu brisket that we got from Fort Butcher, and that was amazing. And then now I'm back home, so now I'm going to fire up my own grill. Not tonight because it's raining, but I did, like I said earlier, I brought some snacks to evaluate on the show when we have some free time. And it's good to be home. Brian, I know you're home. Jonathan, you're in Miami.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm here at home. I've did a couple of small little road trips, but still not on the road as much. But I'm looking forward to tonight's episode, man. We've got some good stuff going on.
So now we've been off for a few weeks from a live show standpoint, but it's not like the show's been gone. So, Carney, you want to talk a little bit about the Cigar Authority and the Two Guys show, kind of the whole thing you did there?
Yeah, it's been a real busy last month. It's been a lot going on. We had the launch of the LFT Gourmet Smoke Sessions presented by us, Hacking Gourmet, on October 29th. That was with the Cigar Authority and Two Guys Smoke Shop in New Hampshire. Huge success. I won't give the number, but we sold over 200 boxes of cigars. I won't give the dollar value. It was huge. Just for that evening, we sold 20 or 30 plus meat packages for the event as well, and then we served 60 people in person for that event. Now, obviously with COVID, we won't be able to do all these in person, but it was a great session, really good first launch to it. Tonight, actually, on the show, we're going to be talking about our next session, which is coming up on November 19th. And we're also going to be officially announcing the Gourmet Smoke Session cigar that's going to be for that show on November 19th here on the show this evening. So yeah, it's been a lot, man. I've been all over the place. I'm headed to Oklahoma this week for a quick trip. I've got a cigar seminar that we're doing over there. That's a in-person and virtual broadcast, so that'll be on my personal Facebook page and the LFD Facebook page, and then back down to Florida for the weekend. And then next week I'll be in Miami, where we're going to get ready for the November 19th, the Gourmet Smoke Session. And we'll actually be doing that, since we're not going to be doing it in person with the account in Pennsylvania that we'll talk about later on. I'll actually be preparing the meal that night directly at Meat and Bone. I'll be preparing and doing a presentation in a small event at Meat and Bone that evening at their restaurant that just opened up a few weeks ago called the Wagyu Bar. So a lot of exciting stuff. It was a really good kickoff last month for us. Thank you to all the new subscribers that are watching the show live with us and followers on YouTube. It was a really big thing for us. So we hope you enjoy the show. If you're first time watching, welcome back. First time watching, welcome. If it's not, welcome back.
Nice. Let's see. So, do we want to talk about what we're cooking today, or do we want to do the top 5 list? Where do we want to go with this? I feel so rusty.
Well, I got to actually start cooking, and I know Brian's going to start cooking. As I saw his ingredients list, he's definitely fully embracing his inner John Carney with all of his.
He has surpassed you. He has surpassed you.
I forgot a couple things, so yeah, I definitely have embraced my inner John Carney. Unfortunately,
the father becomes the son.
Right.
So yeah, let's go get some ingredients. Let's check what Brian's got going on.
All right, so I'm doing a smoked turkey breast. I'm going to do a Whattaburger breakfast sausage stuffing. And then I'm going to make a smoked apple mule cocktail to go with everything. So it should be, I'm about to start making the stuffing now. The turkey's almost done. And then the mule won't take that long to put together. But I've been smoking apples for about 40 minutes. In a simple syrup with cinnamon sticks, so it's going to be tasty.
Nice.
I put that down as you were making not a mule, Brian. I put down as you were making a mole, so I thought you were making like a sauce. And when I was writing the ingredients, I don't know why I didn't realize it was a mule. I'm like, why is vodka in this sauce?
I don't know about a mole drink, but hey, I'll give it a shot. By the way, special thanks to Brian, because I did hit Brian up about a week and a half ago for his smoked queso dip that he did on the show. And I did it for a football game, which, is a Green Bay Packer game. Who won the game is not important at this point. I don't think I really need to bring that up. But the smoked queso was an absolute hit. It was embarrassingly easy to make. And, and I, of course, didn't tell everybody how easy it was to make, because I just kept taking out the smoker, and it looks like this is really difficult. But, oh, my God, it was a knock out of the park.
Delicious.
So, if you did not see the episode that Brian did make that, definitely go back and grab that, because it was really, really good. Perfect for football season. Perfect for getting on the game time. So, Carney, what are you cooking? Now, Brian's got like a million ingredients. I hope you're not going to let us down.
So, what I got going on, I'm doing something a little seasonal here. I got to remember what I'm doing. All right, I'm doing apple glazed chicken thighs. I kept the chicken thighs with the skin on because the skin's delicious. So we've got some honey, apple juice, cinnamon, nutmeg. We're going to put a little ginger in there for some spice, butter, olive oil, and truffle salt. We're going to make a nice sauce, a nice glaze to go over the top of the chicken. We're going to cook that essentially all in the same pan together. I'll start the sauce in a small pan, and then we'll essentially be doing a pan sauce. The only thing is I don't really have anything to deglaze the pan with, so we're looking for a sticky glaze, essentially. So we won't be deglazing the pan. We're looking to make a glaze, not just a sauce. And then we're going to be doing pumpkin mashed potatoes. I've got some pumpkin that we pureed up. I've got some gold potatoes. We're going to put sour cream, butter, garlic, white truffle salt, pepper, and chives to round that out. And then we're going to do some basic Brussels sprouts, lemon, shallots, salt, garlic, olive oil, and a white balsamic glaze over the top. And we'll probably top it with a little bit of sesame seeds. But I've got a nice presentation. I've got a whole pumpkin ready to go tonight. That's going to be a fun time with that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might just throw it on the plate. We'll see. But here's my pre-setup over here. You can jump over to the grill cam real quick. You can see I've got my mise en place here, everything set up, shallots, chives, garlic, balsamic glaze. So I've got everything lined up. It should be a pretty organized, relaxing episode. I also got this really nice new knife. I saw it on Facebook a bunch of times, and I finally gave in and bought it. It's awesome. So that's what I got going on tonight. Apple glazed chicken thighs with honey, Brussels sprouts, and pumpkin mashed potatoes. Going to be delicious.
I don't know about the pumpkin mashed potatoes, but you've got me on everything else, I promise. I'm going to open up, for my part today, I'm going to open up the first pack of jerky, which is Wagyu jerky. I don't know if I've ever had Wagyu jerky. This is from the people that, if you watched the episode that Brian and I did recently, I just threw the wrapper where there's nowhere near a garbage can, apparently. We did the brisket that came from Fort Butcher, and he sent me, I ordered some steaks, but he sent me some Wagyu jerky. So this is going to be one of those ones that, and Brian, you remember when we did the brisket, we wondered, honestly, if a Wagyu brisket would be worth it for the price jump as it is from a regular brisket, and if it would even be any different. And it was different. I mean, it would definitely be a special occasion, I think. So we're going to find out if Wagyu jerky is going to be much different. So this is just the original one. It says no artificial ingredients. It's we mentioned the show when we talked about Fort Butcher. They have over 700 head of 99.5% purebred Wagyu. This one is, you can extra cut, naked, or refrigerate. Eat naked or refrigerate it. I didn't realize it was going to have to be naked, so I'm not sure how this goes down now. This is an awkward episode all of a sudden.
Just thankfully you're clothed. Thankfully you're clothed.
Yeah. So very smoky. So it actually tastes similar to the same way the brisket did. It tastes like it's got some age on it. The same way the brisket did. I've never had aged beef jerky, but it's got a little bit of that flavor. And I've got some other packs that we'll do on some of the other shows, different flavors. But I wanted to try it with just a straight up, no extra flavor, no sriracha or anything. It tastes a little bit aged. Yeah, there's 22 grams of protein in this pack. So, hey, I got that going for me. What are you doing, Brian?
All right, so I've got the stuffing getting ready to go in. So what the stuffing is I caramelized a yellow onion and some celery. And there's oregano, thyme, and sage with 16 ounces of Whattaburger breakfast sausage, and then I did about 4 cups of chopped sourdough bread. Mixed it all together with some about half a cup of pecan halves. So I'm gonna put it in the smoker for about 20 minutes covered. Then I'm gonna uncover for 15 minutes, and and I put about 2 cups of chicken broth in here to kind of put everything together. So I'm gonna put this in the smoker and get it going.
You had me at Whattaburger.
Right. Being in Texas, you got to represent.
All right. Before we jump over to Carney, can we do the top 5?
Yeah, let's do it. Top 5. Here we go.
Let's do, because we are nowhere near under our simplistic agenda. So top 5. These were the top 5 fall traditions that we all like. So you can vote for your favorite on Facebook if you're on Facebook, and you can just say who has the best list. But Carney's traditions of the fall included football, stuffing, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and apple cider. Now, is that apple cider just straight up, or does it got anything in there to go with it?
Spiced apple cider. You've got to make it yourself. Okay. It's my favorite thing. And the only reason I know stuffing's part of Thanksgiving, but my aunt makes some of the best stuffing that I've ever had in my life. And it's a highlight of the holiday season for me for my entire life. So stuffing is extra special on top of it.
I don't think it was till I was about, 35, 40 years old that I realized that there was more than one version of stuffing. Like there's actually gourmet versions with just mushrooms or sausages and things like that. And I mean, there's a lot of really good sausage. I mean, I was at Thanksgiving one time, there were like 3 different ones and they were all amazing. All right, so McGee, next up, football, Thanksgiving, naps. Oh, that's good. I mean, those are even better than regular naps. Halloween, Black Friday, I'm assuming for some shopping, and Christmas lights. So you're a Christmas light guy.
Yeah, it's always been a tradition to go look at Christmas lights. So, yep. definitely.
Because I've been meaning to ask if the ones behind you, if you ever take them down, or do they just stay up all year?
No, I take them down, put them up, take them down. But it's always fun to go to the neighborhoods and get them set the music and do that whole thing. So yeah, it's always something we do every year.
If you're tuning in for the first time, you're seeing the soft side of Mr. McGee there, the go around, look at Christmas. For me, the fall traditions are the McRib sandwich, prime rib Sundays, because typically, we were talking about this before the show, from now to the end of the year, my local, meat purveyors tend to run prime rib at ridiculously low prices every week. So literally almost every Sunday between now and the end of the year, I will have a prime rib on the smoker. Football, pumpkin pie as just a pie, by the way, which is the only way pumpkin's supposed to be. And then also campfires. I love campfires, and I know you can do campfires all year long, but between now and the end of the year, campfires actually keep you warm. They're not just good to look at, they're actually warm, and you can do s'mores. I'm not a s'mores person. Are you guys s'mores people? I like all three of those things individually. I don't like them together. Do you guys like s'mores?
I'm not a big s'mores guy.
I'm okay. They're just really labor intensive. So I think they're delicious. I like all the items, all the elements of it, but they're just really labor intensive. And
I just end up snacking out.
It's more of a summer thing for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just end up snacking on all the pieces individually. Like I'll reach over and grab a marshmallow, or I'll reach over and grab a piece of chocolate. I mean, the idea of melting it and putting it together and then having it all over, that's just a lot of work. So I'm really liking this Wagyu jerky. Really tasty. Carney, let's talk about what you're cooking. Let's go to the grill cam.
So we got the grill cam here, sponsored by our friends at Meat and Bone. What do we got going on here? All right, so I got the chicken thighs in here. I got some butter and olive oil, salt and pepper just a little bit. I'm in there. I've got them skin side up right now. So those are sitting there. It's like medium high heat. In the back here, I've got butter and apple juice coming up to heat here. I'm going to reduce that down a little bit. And then I'm going to be adding nutmeg, cinnamon, brown sugar, wherever the heck it went. There we go, brown sugar. I'm going to add a little bit of ginger in there as well. And that's going to be my base for the sauce. We're going to add the honey in there as well. So we'll be making that glaze next. And then I've got my water boiling here for the mashed potatoes. I got the potatoes already cut up. These are the cold potatoes. Those will be going in there. So those will be going in as soon as I get up to a boil. The very last thing I'll do is the Brussels sprouts. We'll get that going in probably 20 minutes or so, and hopefully wrap this dish up around 5:50, 5:55 at the latest. So yeah, we're in pretty good shape. As I said, the next thing we're doing is add the spices to the apple juice I've got warming up over there and reducing down. And I'm going to flip these chickens over just a bit, the chicken thighs, probably another 4 or 5 more minutes. And then I've got my oven going at about 500 degrees. So after my glaze is done and the chicken is ready to go, in terms of the sear I've got going on, I'm going to throw it all right into the oven, dump the sauce over the top, and finish it off in the oven there at a real high temperature. So it should be a really fun dish. I'm looking forward to it. I've not made anything quite like this before. I've used different elements of it, but the mashed potatoes is the one I'm the most interested in. It's going to be very important not to put too much pumpkin, I think.
Well, yeah, I would think that. And by the way, the grill cam looks awesome with the exception of the Crocs. Brian, what are you showing us there? What do you got a picture of?
All right, so that's
put Brian on camera. Put Brian on camera.
I don't want to do it.
You have to do it. He's got food.
He's already done cooking something?
All right, so that's the smoked apples with cinnamon sticks and simple syrup that's been smoking for about 40 minutes. And that's going to be the simple syrup that I use for the apple mule that I'm about to make. Because I need something to drink while I'm doing this.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's only fair, really. Have you tasted one of those apples yet?
The Granny Smith apples, by the way.
Have you tasted one?
Yeah, I tasted one smoked. Very nice. And by the way, if I can just say that...
Okay.
Tomorrow, my Marine Corps 245th birthday. So shout out to all my devil dogs out there. Happy birthday.
Very nice. So Brian is going to be mixing up a drink here. If you have any questions for anybody, you can leave them on the Facebook stream. I don't know if there's other places. It kind of streams all over, so I don't know where to look for questions anymore.
Of course, I'm going to use some Tito's vodka because Texas.
That's the small airplane bottle for Texas.
Yes.
Can we drink on planes yet? I know that was like a taken off for COVID. Can you go back to drinking on planes yet?
Yeah, you can on Delta.
Yeah, American, if you're in first class, you can.
Oh, okay.
And some Texas ginger beer.
All right, so we've got Tito's vodka, Texas ginger beer. What else?
This smoked apple simple syrup.
Okay.
And about 2 ounces of lime juice.
2 ounces of lime juice. Okay, that's a lot of lime juice. Okay. Oh, because this isn't just one drink.
About an ounce.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
And we mix.
Couldn't have made drinks when I was there. You know, I mean, really?
Really?
Really? Just once on this show, I want somebody to make something and to have it be just absolutely horrible. Take a sip and go, oh my God, that's horrible.
Cheers. We're about to find out.
No, that's I don't think you can go wrong with that. The only thing it could be like super sweet, but I mean, what could go wrong with that?
It is very sweet, but that smokiness really comes through, so it cuts it really well. The apples and the cinnamon. Wow, this is really good.
So, Carney, are you going to think about, you said apple cider. Are you thinking, maybe a smoked apple cider kind of action here?
See, I like sweetness when it comes to the apple cider, sweet and spice. I think if you're going to do a smoked apple cider, you want to spike it with some alcohol at the same time. So a spiked smoked apple cider martini maybe for the Christmas season. We'll see what happens. So I've added in the apple juice here. I've added in the ginger, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, and brown sugar. And I'm letting this reduce down a little bit here. I've got it on medium-high heat. And as you see, the potatoes are boiling here. That's going well. The chicken's going well. You can hear that. I've got that flipped over skin side down. I've put the heat down to about medium on that. To cook it slow, that's the key to chicken. Make sure you cook it slow. If you cook it too fast, you're going to dry it out a ton. But you also don't want to cook it too slow because you need it to cook fully through and get up to about 165 degrees to be safe. But we are taking a little bit of time with the chicken here, not going crazy on it. Not going to be a lot of char going on here today.
All right. Well, let's go to. How about we do the facts thing, the Gourmet Facks, which is by Facks. It doesn't work in transition, but it's way more clever than it's coming off to be. But the Gourmet Facts are sponsored by McGee Smoked Meats and Crown Heads. Accept no substitutes. I just threw that in. I made that up, but I think it actually sounded pretty good. Let's talk about Gourmet Facts, and then we've got a guest. We're bringing on somebody as a guest as well.
Here we go. Gourmet fact number 1. Only male turkeys gobble.
Only male turkey.
Only male turkey. I don't know.
There are so many things I could say right now, and I'm just going to let this one just go right by. I'm just going to, I'm not saying, I'm on my best behavior, and I'm not saying a word.
All right. There's number 1. We've got a few more here. Next fact. Wild turkeys can actually indeed run up to 25 miles per hour, and they can also fly at speeds of up to 55 miles per hour. Researching this, I found out that wild turkeys actually fly. Turkeys do fly. The reason the farm-raised ones don't fly is because they're too fat to fly. They're made to be killed, so they're fat. So non-wild turkeys cannot fly because they're too fat to do so.
Okay. There we go. Didn't know that.
Speaking of fat turkeys, 46 million turkeys are killed each year for Thanksgiving. 46 million.
Wow. All right.
Coincidentally, turkeys are actually, this is not one of the facts, but turkeys are actually, there's 6 different varietals, essentially, of turkeys, and they're all native to the United States, so it's a native bird to the U.S. Our final gourmet fact.
Let's see, there's Butterball, there's Purdue.
The official presidential turkey pardoning ceremony actually began in 1989 by President George H.W. Bush. Abraham Lincoln was famous for saying that turkeys had an equal right to live and whatnot, but it was not until 1989 where President George H.W. Bush started the official presidential turkey pardoning ceremony.
Really?
And those are your gourmet facts.
I thought that went back farther than that. I thought they pardoned turkeys farther than that. But I'm not disputing it. I just had no idea.
1989. I was surprised too. It could be wrong. I don't know. I don't quote the sources because we're not here to report the news. We're not the news,
Thank God.
Well, so let's see in the comments we've got here. Jeff is chiming in. Whattaburger ? He says, "I hate you, McGee." We know where Jeff stands on Whattaburger. Yeah, I mean that and Bucky. I don't know. He doesn't even like Bucky's either, does he?
No, and doesn't like Texas barbecue either.
You know, I could even cut somebody slack on Whattaburger if you want to start competing about different burger places and what. The problem with us raving about Whattaburger is that it's not like it's the best burger place ever. It's just you got to accept the whole package of what it is. But it's not the best burger you'll ever have by any means, which is why probably people go there and are disappointed. But if you have a problem with Bucky's, well then all bets are off. I don't know what to say at that point. The next question was from Thomas, who was asking if we are cooking with gas or electric today. I think Carney, you're obviously on electric, right?
Yeah, I'm electric, and I'm actually not using cast iron. I'm just using regular steel pans today. So just some inexpensive stuff. I'm not doing anything over the top, but yeah, electric.
All right. Well, hey, let's talk about the LFD Gourmet Sessions, and Carney, you got time to do that, and then also bring in a guest.
So we have with us today, we have the Mid-Atlantic North sales manager with us, Kyle Shackleton. I'm about to add him into the call here, and he'll join us. Kyle, thank you for your patience. You are now live on the show, my friend. Welcome. Oh, I got to unmute him, I think.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
Kyle's
you're muted.
Back
he's back. Here he goes.
He's been on the show before. He's back.
How's it going?
We can't hear him, though.
Yeah, you guys can't hear him. I can. So, Kyle, welcome to the show. Appreciate you jumping on there. We're going to start talking about, this is the new interview portion, Fred. You'll get to see this. The interview portion, you control who comes in. It's kind of cool, but yeah, the other people on the show
sounds
can't
amazing,
hear.
And if I could actually hear him talking, that would be great.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Okay, so well then ask him, since I can't ask him through this, is he related to Ernest Shackleton? Because I just think that would be like the coolest thing ever. I don't know anybody named Shackleton. And if you're not, and I can't hear you, just pretend you are. I won't know any different. I'm just going to roll with it. Just go, oh yeah, we're big big family. There's a big reunion in Antarctica or wherever.
Here's the thing, he can actually hear you.
Oh, I know he can hear me.
You just
I
can't
can
hear.
Tell by his reaction. I just can't hear him.
No.
So I'm just going to make up a whole backstory of how he goes every year to the Antarctic for the family reunion at the ship that's like stuck there.
So right. So moving along to the Gourmet Smoke Sessions, we've got Kyle on here to talk about the Florida Dominicana Gourmet Smoke Session that we have coming up on November 19th. That's next Thursday, not this coming Thursday, next Thursday. That'll be at 6 p.m. And that's with our friends at Cigar Mojo in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Really excited. We'll get into the packages here in a bit, but Kyle's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on at King of Prussia and a little bit about the Gourmet Smoke Sessions in regards to the cigar side of things.
So yeah, if you don't already know, the Gourmet Smoke Sessions is a great new program that the Florida Dominicana is now running. We're going to be running it throughout the year, once a month, with 16 different retailers across the nation. The Cigar Mojo Gourmet Smoke Sessions will be on November 19th, like John just commented, at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you're available to tune in, we're going to be there enjoying our time with Cigar Mojo. And Meat and Bone will be having a package that will allow you to be a participant in the cooking portion of that evening. and we're going to be doing an Iberico pork chop, and I'll have Carney go into what that looks like in a moment here. But Cigar Mojo is this really great lounge in the middle of King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. If you haven't checked it out and you're in that area, it's an awesome spot. They had a location about 3 or 4 years ago that was approximately 2,500 square foot. They now moved to an even bigger location that used to be a bank, and they've got this amazing outdoor lounge. They've got a VIP members only lounge. They've got a public lounge. And of course, they've got an awesome humidor filled with La Flor Dominicana, amongst other cigars. And it's a really great, it's a great community of cigar smokers. We've done a lot of different interactive events with them in the past, and they're great participants and great partners of ours with La Flor Dominicana. So if you are ever in the area, definitely hit up Trey and Wade. There's also a guy named Al that's there that you can go ahead and look up, and they'll help you out to find whatever you need. But if you want to partake in this, we're going to have 2 different packages. There's going to be a $175 package that's going to come with some really cool exclusive cigars, some small batch, some 25th anniversary, some I think that package might even have an Andalusian Bull, if I'm not mistaken. So stay tuned. We're going to have more details about what those packages exactly look like, along with the Gourmet Smoke Session Iberico pork chop. I'll let Carney, actually, if he has a moment to step away from his cooking. What does that package look like, Carney, for the food?
So you guys are going to love this one. We're doing an exciting Spanish-themed package for November 19th. It's involving the double-cut Iberico pork chop. That's from the Iberico pigs, Iberian pigs over in Spain. Incredible meat. We've actually cooked one of these on the show before over the summer. It's fantastic pork chop, great marbling to it. It's going to be a really great, main dish and star for the show. But this is going to be all bacon and all meat and pork themed. So this is the Iberico bone-in pork chop. We have Manchego cheese. We have bacon-infused salt. So we're going to be using bacon-infused salt to season up this Iberico pork chop. And then we also have Jamón Iberico Cebao, which is a high-end charcuterie dish. It's essentially like prosciutto, but in Spain it's called jamón. And this is the Iberico version. So we have Iberico pig with the pork chop, Iberico pig with the jamón, and we're going to season it with bacon-infused sea salt, and then we're going to have some Manchego cheese on the side. That's all available on meatandbone.com. MEAT, the letter N, bone.com. As you can see here, you just go to the website at meatandbone.com, and you can search hacking, and it'll pop up actually all of our packages that we've had so far. All of our food packages will be featured on there continuously, so you can take part in past episodes as well. But our first one, this is for the November 29th. October 29th was the last session, so you see that on the bottom. The Iberico one is for the November 19th. So that'll be coming up next week, and you can go to Meat and Bone for that. They ship it right to your house. It'll arrive the day of or the day before, right before the session, and you can go live with us at 6 o'clock, and we'll be preparing that. This episode on the November 19th, we'll be preparing that live at Meat and Bone's Wagyu Bar in Miami, Florida. We'll be doing a small event there because the session at Cigar Mojo will be virtual. But yeah, go to meatandbone.com to have that. And we do have one exciting thing, Kyle. I don't know if I told you this beforehand. We are actually live on the show today going to reveal what the cigar is going to be for next week's session. So I don't have a drum roll sound effect. If I did, Fred probably couldn't hear it anyway. But it's like when you pray. You know, when you pray, people are like, oh, I can't hear what you're saying. Well, I'm not praying to you. Like, I'm not playing the drum roll for Fred and Brian. I'm not playing it for anyone, actually. So here we go, the cigar reveal. The cigar will be, for the second Gourmet Smoke Session, it'll be called El Pavo, which is the turkey in Spanish. So this will be featured with our Ligero cabinet line. It's a special size in that line. The results from our last session at the end of October, people really loved the Ligero. It was a very rich, full-bodied cigar, so we decided to do it again for November. In December, we'll be changing the cigar line. We'll also be announcing on the 20th, the day after the Gourmet Smoke Session, when our next session will be for December. But the cigar for this event, and it'll be available the day of the event, and available through the broadcast that we're doing at Cigar Mojo, will be El Pavo, the turkey, available on 11/19/2020 for Cigar Mojo. So there you are first. Breaking news, El Pavo. Kyle, you're going to be cooking along with us. What are you thinking so far of how you're going to get this done? Because I'm going to be probably doing charcoal grill.
Yeah, so I'll be probably doing some sort of inside version of it like I had done in previous gourmet sessions that we did. And that way, if you've got the charcoal grill, you'll be able to cook around along with Carney. And if you don't have access to that, or if you're not willing to fight the bitter cold of the Northeast of any sorts, you can go ahead and cook inside. So I'll probably be working on a reverse sear, something that's able to be done in the oven and then finished on top of a stovetop of sorts. I gotta say, Carney, this package that we have with Meat and Bone, it's got a lot of stuff in it. I mean, if people haven't had jamon, Iberico jamon, it's so much different than prosciutto, you know? It's really a great ham. So if you haven't tried it out, it's really an awesome package.
Yeah, part of the reason this was inspired by you, Cogs. We've had a lot of Spanish tapas dinners together, and when I was putting this together, I was like, the more bacon we can do, the better. But if anybody's in Miami on the 19th, please come down and see me at the Wagyu Bar. I'll be cooking out front. We'll be having cigars. There's a little smoking area there. We'll be having a blast. So if you're in the Miami market, come to the Wagyu Bar. It's on 22nd in South Miami. Great area. It's right on the edge of Coral Gables. I'll be cooking right out front, and come on in and try it. Have a drink with me, have a cigar, and we'll be celebrating that there. But we'll also be doing it with the gentleman at Cigar Mojo, and it'll be live on YouTube and Facebook, streaming on all of our outlets, and it'll also be available on our website. And you can go to hackinggourmet.com for details on all of this as well. And you can visit Cigar Mojo there, and you can also visit Meat and Bone through our website too. So looking forward to it. November 19th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Gourmet Smoke Session by La Flor Dominicana, presented by us at Hacking Gourmet.
Awesome.
Fred, back to you, baby.
Yes.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you, my friend.
I'm back here. I'm back. I was actually in the middle of searching. I'm like, how long would it take me to drive down to Miami? So let's see, what do we got? So that sounds really cool. I actually just went to the site. We're going to get with Meat and Bone. If you went to the site just now, it doesn't show available, so we'll find out what the deal with that is. And then make sure everybody can get their kits. I'm going to open up my second item that was thrown to me here. This is the Brock's Pie Favorites. I don't think this is a fall tradition, but you know what? We don't know fall traditions until we test them out. So this is Brock's Pie Favorites candy corn. Both apple pie and pumpkin pie are in this package, so we're going to rip those open. You know, you can say they're going to be horrible, and they may be horrible. They may be. But we all thought that about the McRib initially, and look who's laughing now. Boy, I could just smell them right out of the gate, and I'm actually a candy corn person, and I don't know about this one. So I'm going to take what appears to be the, I'm going to guess this is pumpkin because it's brown, and the other one's not, so we're going to try 3 of these. Yep, that is pretty horrible.
Your wish came true. On yourself.
It's got a weird, you know, the things I do for the show, it's got a very weird caramely flavor. Like, I wouldn't even have guessed pumpkin on this one. Maybe this is the apple one, because it kind of tastes more like a spiced apple. But we're going to do the other one. And by the way, those of you say that I wimped out by doing the pumpkin pie version, and I didn't go all in for the Thanksgiving one, which is apparently stuffing, turkey flavored yams or whatever. We were talking about this right before the show, and I ponied up $30 and ordered just for you guys for the next show to test the Thanksgiving candy corn. $30 for 2 little bags. But the things I do for you guys. But that's the next one. So now we're going to try the other pie, which I'm assuming this color is going to be the apple, but wow, that is even more horrible than the last one.
That face, oh, we gotta freeze that face. Oh my God.
So I'm pretty sure that one's the apple now.
This is not going well.
Oh, no, it's going perfect. This is the stuff we do. I feel like I'm on Fear Factor. Oh my God. So, all right. First one, not so good. Second one, definitely worse. So I would say in order of ratings, I'm going to say the pumpkin pie was slightly better. They both taste like kind of a spice. Maybe it's because they're in the same thing. Maybe you got to put them together. Maybe you just got to put one of each in your mouth. No, that doesn't help it either. Yeah, these are goners. So if anybody would like to win a 90% package of Brock's candy, pie flavored, let me know. I'm a little. I actually should have actually tried these before I committed to spend $30 to order the Thanksgiving version, because I have a feeling now it's going to get a lot worse. If they couldn't handle the pie versions, wow. Okay, let's check in on foods. Brian, what are you doing?
All right, I'm about to uncover the stuffing. The turkey breast is done, and I'm almost done with this mule. I might have to make another one.
All right, Carney, where are you? Oh my God, that was horrible.
I'm crying laughing is what I'm doing.
Oh,
We're in good shape over here. I got the, I cut my pumpkin up. I got that on the side for the garnish. I took the apple glaze, that sauce. I put it on top of the chicken here, so you can see we've got a nice little,
nice
glaze going on
That
here.
looks
This is
good.
going to go in the oven now. Keep the top on. It's going to go in the oven for a bit. It's incredibly hot in my apartment right now. It's we just had the tropical storm that went through, and it's absolutely brutal in here. Because I have the window open so we can smoke inside. And then I also got this oven up to 550 degrees, so in a little studio apartment it gets quite hot. The potatoes are all done here. I'm going to strain that out in just a minute. Moving over the pan here, I got some oil in it, and I'm going to be putting in the Brussels sprouts right now. So the Brussels sprouts are in. I'm going to hit that with a little bit of white truffle salt. Get it started. I'm going to throw in a bunch of shallots. Good to go. No pepper. I don't like pepper because I cook hot, and I don't want to burn it. So no pepper in there. A little bit of lemon juice will go right on top. We're going to save half of this to use as a garnish. But something just simple: olive oil, salt, pepper, shallots. Let's throw a little garlic on top as well. Quite a bit of garlic, actually. So yeah, working on the Brussels sprouts. We're heading in good shape. That chicken's in there. I'm going to leave it in there for about 5 to 10 minutes. It'll be the last thing that I pull out. We're going to get the mashed potato going here in just a bit when I strain it. So strain the mashed potatoes. Well, the potatoes that are going to get mashed. And we're going to use pumpkin sparingly. I like pumpkin, but I don't want this to be super sweet and too pumpkin-y. Just stir this up a little bit here. I've got the Brussels sprouts on about medium, a little above medium heat. We're going to throw some garlic in here with the potatoes, the rest of the garlic. We're going to throw in a little bit of truffle salt. This is white truffle salt. Going to put in, we already got some butter off to the side here, so we'll throw some butter in. And we've got sour cream. I'm going to throw a little sour cream in there too. And since I'm not up home in Maine, I don't have the proper tools to mash potatoes, so we're just going to use a spoon. It smells awesome here, Fred. That apple glaze I made was really good. It smells great. So it's a really fall type smells going on in here. So it's really making me feel
nice.
seasonal, even though I'm in tropical Miami. So I'm gonna mash
All right,
these
well, these guys
potatoes
are
up.
wrapping up some of this. While they're wrapping up some of this, let's do the Would You Rather, where in this particular week, the only one that actually knows the Would You Rather questions is Jonathan, which we got to get him out of this rotation because it just never ends well right now. So we don't know what it is. We just have to pick, and you can play along at home. Would you rather? You just have to choose between one of the two. It's not that hard. What do we got?
Well, here we go. We've got Would You Rather brought to you by the Red Meat Lovers Club. I got a logo that I can't figure out how to get off the screen here for some reason. But whatever, it's there. But Would You Rather brought to you by the Red Meat Lovers Club. Just did an event with them actually last week. It was their first in-person event. That was live on Saturday night. We did it in an exotic car dealership in Boca Raton. So here's our first Would You Rather. Would you rather Halloween or Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Tough one for me, but I'm going to go Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, another unanimous one. Very rare, by the way, if you're just joining the show. Very rare for us ever to agree. But it is Thanksgiving's the winner on that one. So yeah, I mean I like Halloween, but yeah, I like the food better. Food better than candy.
All right, here we go. Next. Would you rather, this is very fitting, would you rather only eat candied apples or pumpkin pie for a month?
Pumpkin pie for me. I mean, you might have had, if you had said caramel apples, I might have had to make a decision there, but candied, I don't like candied apples. I just don't like the candy part. So if you said caramel apples, you would have had me, but no, pumpkin pie, absolutely, for a month.
I'm not a fan of pumpkin pie, so I'd have to go candied apples.
Oh, traitor.
See,
Traitor.
I'm not a huge pumpkin pie fan either, but candied apples are a really big hassle to eat. Same thing, if it was caramel apples, I would have probably been all in on the caramel apples. So I'm strangely going to go with pumpkin pie here.
There we go. The way it should be. By the way, if you've never seen peopleforpumpkinpie.com, go check that out. There's a good reason for that.
All right, our next is turkey or chicken? Turkey
Like forever or
no, would you
just
prefer turkey
in general?
Or chicken? Would you rather eat turkey or chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken. Yeah.
I'm going with chicken as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, see, think about it, there's a reason we don't eat turkey all year is because chicken's just tastier than turkey. That's of all the things that happen for Thanksgiving, it's my least favorite of all of them is the turkey.
Well, the biggest thing for turkey has been like the growth of turkey bacon on an all year round type thing. You know, now that we have turkey bacon and turkey burgers,
that's just wrong.
Turkey gets eaten at other times. I agree with you, but 100%. All right, so I'm going with the same thing. I want chicken as well. All right, here we go. Our very last Would You Rather. This is a good one, guys. Would you rather wake up a bear that is hibernating or be locked in a room with squirrels? Full of squirrels.
Was this a bad dream? How did you even come up with this one? Wake up a bear that is hibernating or be locked in a room full of squirrels.
And fun fact, bears do not defecate or urinate while they hibernate.
Really?
Yeah, but you're waking it up. But you're waking the bear up.
How do you know that, Brian?
Well, that.
I mean, I mean, I guess we can like wake up the bear and run.
Still be groggy. Well,
Yeah,
it's gonna mess with you. The other one?
Yeah, I don't know. There's no length of time on. I'm gonna pick the squirrels, I guess, but I mean, I think that ends badly in a Stephen King sort of way, also. So I don't know. I mean, this may be the most messed up one we've ever got.
I'm gonna say wake up the bear only because it's just waking up and you got a chance to run away.
Yeah.
I'm going with the waking up the hibernating bear. Same thing, safety concerns. I think I can get away. I couldn't imagine being trapped in a room full of squirrels. I mean, that would be,
Maybe they're nice squirrels.
I doubt it.
Maybe, you know, I mean, you didn't say rabid squirrels or anything
Right.
like that. I mean, you know, maybe they're just friendly. Maybe I have food. I don't know.
All right, so are you going with squirrels or are you going with the bear?
Well, I said squirrels. I'm going to stick with squirrels, but I think bear is probably the better call.
All right. And that's your Would You Rather, brought to you by the Red Meat Lovers Club.
There we go. If you're playing along at home, hopefully Cole says squirrels, no worries. My wife has my nuts. So there we go. Matt said the bear. Cole said turkey bacon is a lie. Matt said chicken. So I think everybody was pretty well in line with where we were on some of these. I don't know why. I got to see how I can see the rest of those. Pumpkin pie. Yeah, so I think everybody was pretty close to being unanimous on this one as far as where they were. So as these guys are wrapping things up here, we got done with the Would You Rather. Brian, where are you?
The stuffing's almost done. I'm getting ready to plate and show it off.
Nice. What did you decide to do with the pumpkin, Jonathan? What are we doing? Are we cutting it? Are we going to scoop it out and put pumpkin inside the pumpkin?
I cut the pumpkin. I cut the pumpkin just to be a big garnish off to the side. I am going to roast this one a little bit later just to get some seeds out of it and try it out. By the way, this pumpkin mashed potato is ridiculous. I was concerned. It came out perfect. I ended up putting all of the pumpkin that I had in. It was about 6 ounces of pumpkin. You can see here it's got a nice orange color to it, but it tastes delicious. It does not taste overly pumpkin. It's a subtle taste. It's good. I'm shocked.
How many times was the word pumpkin just mentioned?
Too many. As a matter of fact, I just went ahead and posted the PSA for the people for pumpkinpie.com in the Facebook thing. So yeah, I'm totally against pumpkins being used for anything else. But then again, also I just ate really bad candy corn, so you don't have to trust my judgment whatsoever.
So my Brussels sprouts.
Brian, are you going to show off? Brian, are you going to show off your new toy there?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is probably the best purchase I've ever made in my life. Hunting is every day now. There's no season. The Bug Assault 3.0. Apparently there's a new one that has a laser sight, so I might have to do that. But this, hunting flies all day, it's amazing.
It shoots, now correct me if I'm wrong, it basically shoots a shotgun of salt out at the bugs, correct?
So you fill that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Spring load it, and then it sprays it with salt.
So why would you need a laser sighting for that?
Because it's cool.
Okay. All right. I'm just asking. You know, I knew you'd have an answer.
I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Let's see if we can get one.
I just want to see Brian. I want to see Brian put salt, pepper, garlic in that thing and start seasoning his steaks from 15 feet away. I want to see that happen.
All right. So the turkey here is done. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right. Turkey's done. I seasoned it with Meat Church Holy Cow and the Gospel. It's white. It's juicy. It's beautiful. The smoked apple mule with a grilled piece of lime for the garnish, and I'm getting ready to pull the stuffing off.
I just used some of those Meat Church spices on the way out of town. I stopped at Buc-ee's and picked up 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I just used some, about 5-6 days ago. Good stuff, real good stuff, and not a bad price, at least at Buc-ee's. I don't know what the rest of the world has to pay for it, but it was a pretty good price. All right, as our chefs are wrapping things up, if you weren't paying attention earlier, just for me, how I finished, I had the Fort Butcher. If you haven't checked out Fort Butcher, we did something on the last show with the brisket. Also, I had the Wagyu jerky, which was excellent. But definitely check out fortbutcher.com. Pretty happy with the stuff. I've got 2 ribeyes that just came to me. I want to introduce a new holiday tradition. If you knew about this and you didn't tell me, I'm going to be a little upset, because I'm not into the gingerbread houses, but apparently, as you see on your screen right now, the charcuterie chalet is a thing where you can actually make a charcuterie like house, gingerbread house-ish looking thing. I haven't found out how you do it. I don't even know how the walls stay up. I don't even know if I care, but I want one of these, and I am going to make this happen by the end of the year. I'm just going to go find out, do you use crackers? What do you have? But if this has been around for a while, you guys are in big trouble for not telling me. Did either of you guys know about a charcuterie chalet for the holidays?
I've never heard of it. It's a Canadian thing, right?
I don't even know if it's Canadian. I mean, just because the word chalet's in it?
I think it's something they might make up.
You judgmental bastard. Just because it has the word chalet, you're just assuming it's somebody up north.
I mean, I'm Canadian practically, and I'm from up north, so I can say that kind of stuff.
Now, is that Thanksgiving and Christmas? Is that like the eat a piece every day until?
It's not a charcuterie advent calendar, Brian. I mean, you just make this one. I mean, it's like I don't know when you make it. I think you should make one often. I think there should be one of these like all the time at your house.
All right, I'm done plating. Look at the. Well, that's a delicious piece of turkey right there.
It does look good. Cole says there's no maple syrup, so Jacuzzi Chalet is not Canadian. Can't really argue with that. That's probably fair. So have you tried the stuffing yet, Brian? How did the stuffing
Just took a bite. Wow.
Did it work?
That worked. Man, it really worked.
Nice.
Very nice. Very smoky. I could have put some cherries in there, but man, it's really good.
Good.
By the way, Fred, I saw a sandwich today that reminded me of you.
Uh-oh, I'm afraid.
It's a Whattaburger. No, it's because it's using the Whattaburger sausage. But it's a breakfast sausage hamburger. So you take a quarter pound of Whattaburger breakfast sausage, flatten it like a smash burger, and
right,
or fry it with white cheddar cheese. You caramelize some onions.
Oh.
You take some pre-cooked tater tots, crumble them up, and mix it with scrambled eggs. And then you take a brioche bun and French toast it. So you got French toast buns. And then you take some mayo with maple syrup. You make a maple syrup aioli. You put all that together. I was like, Fred really would love that.
Oh, people, if you're watching right now, this just became a not safe for station. This is adult only, apparently. I would absolutely try that. It just kept growing. It just kept stacking and stacking. Carney, you're plating over there. This look, as usual, it's going to be Instagrammable. You've always got pretty little things. I don't have time for garnishes, man. That gets in the way of the food.
So a couple things here. You can notice the consistency of the glaze we got. Perfect. Really nice consistency to it. We've got it plated up here. I'll go straight to the grill can here to finish up this plating.
Look at his little mashed potato mold. What did you use for that? Do you actually have one of the little molds, or did you use like
I have one of the little mashed potato molds.
Little wireless?
I got a couple different sizes for that. So here we go. This is the apple honey glazed chicken thighs with Brussels sprouts and pumpkin mashed potatoes. Here you go. If this doesn't scream holidays and fall, I don't know what does.
Wow.
That looks good.
So
That chicken looks amazing.
Yeah, let me try the chicken. I haven't tried the chicken yet. The potatoes came out fantastic. I've also burned the snot out of my hand. Apparently my oven mitt does not do a great job being an oven mitt.
There aren't a lot of jobs that an oven mitt needs to pull off, but retaining heat away from you is usually a requirement.
Here we
That
go.
basically has one job.
Get a little bit of this glaze on the chicken. And here we go. First bite. Really hot.
Really hot. Really hot. I'm gonna wait a minute. Well, while he's letting that cool off, I'll just say one thing. My review today was also of the candy corn that was the apple pie and pumpkin pie flavored. The only thing I can tell you about the Brock's candy corns on there, as far as that's concerned, is that they have hints of despair, giving up, and remorse. So if you're looking for those three qualities in the candy corn, that's the pack to get. But join me next time when I do the Thanksgiving one, and I am not looking forward to that because this one did not end well also. How's the chicken?
It's excellent. It's very, very good. The sauce came out the way I wanted it. It's very thick, which was nice. Yeah, really good. It just came out good. The mashed potatoes for me are the star. I kind of knew how the chicken was going to taste. It's chicken thighs. I knew how that sauce was going to come out. The spice from the ginger's good, but the pumpkin mashed potatoes are something I'm certainly going to be doing again. It was excellent.
You know, it's tough. It's tough because when you talk about a lot of stuff we cook generally and what we're playing with, people want to go away from the chicken thighs because of obviously they're not as healthy as having like the breasts and stuff like that. But I gotta tell you, man, when you're talking outright flavor, the thighs are way better for me.
Can't beat them. Can't beat them.
Yeah. All right. Any final words, Brian? Before we log off here.
Just happy birthday again, Marine Corps 245 tomorrow. Hoorah, Semper Fi. Thank you very much.
There we go. Good closing there. How about you, Jonathan? Any last words before I close this up?
Happy birthday to Marine Corps tomorrow. Thank you, Brian, for your service, and all your brothers that put their life on the line for it. We thank you for that. Celebrate and have a great time tomorrow. November 19th, Gourmet Smoke Session number 2. We'll see you live. I'll be at Meat and Bone Wagyu Bar, and we'll see you on Facebook. Social media, we'll see you on YouTube Live, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Cigar Mojo.
That's it. All right. Thanks, everybody. And as usual, you can join us online at hackinggourmet.com. Follow us on Instagram at hackinggourmet. We'll be all around. We're really looking forward to that. We will see you guys soon. More reviews coming up. Check in with the page also because we're going to have some post-event pictures, and also we'll be getting our recipes going as well. So see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.